So the Premier League is back, and so is the Toon Review Premier League review and previews. You know, we've had to put up with a few drab England performances over the last few days. Yes, they won last night quite convincingly, but I'm still not convinced by Gareth Southgate in the slightest, but that's for another time. Matchday 9 is back, and let's take a look at some predictions and see how we can get on. This is Toon Review Premier League. Hi everyone and welcome back to the Toon Review. Seems an absolute age since I've done a Premier League video, or any video for that matter. The international break is once again out the way and we don't have to worry about another one of them now until March. We get a chance to concentrate on the domestic scene and once again back with match day 9 of the Premier League. Now before I start my predictions, I do apologise for keep slipping my glasses on just to look at the fixtures. I don't have my contact lenses in, so I need them to actually see the computer screen. Apart from that, again, a bit of a warning, don't put any bets on based on my predictions because you're guaranteed you will lose money. I don't have a great record so far with my predictions, but maybe it'll change this weekend. Who knows? So let's get started. We're with Newcastle United and Chelsea for the early kick-off on Saturday. Newcastle United in terrible form. Southampton was an absolute disgrace. I've done a big rant video on that. If you haven't already seen it, check it out. We'll have some very strong words to say about Steve Bruce in that video. However, Chelsea, on the other hand, are absolutely flying at the moment. All the new signings seem to be clicking into gear. Lampard's got them going, and they do look a force. And I did predict a few weeks ago that I think Chelsea will finish in the top 4, and I'm not going to change my mind on that. They're playing ever so well, looking ever good side, scoring goals, and they've showed up defensively. Silva's come in and done a good job. Now, how they play him this season, I don't know. I doubt he'll play every single game, but certainly the games that he is playing, Chelsea do show up a lot at the back. And I have to let my head rule my heart with this, unfortunately. And I think Chelsea will win this game by 3-1. Moving on to the next game, which is the 3 o'clock kickoff, which is Aston Villa against Brighton. Now, Brighton have really got to come into this game with a little bit of heart. They've got to put in a better performance. They've got to get results. They're struggling big time at the moment. I'm not sure that Graham Potter will know what the answer is. Since that victory over Newcastle at St James's Park, it's just been downhill for them. They haven't managed to get going at all this season. And it might be a massive worry for them. I think they're going to be down amongst the bottom lot this season. Aston Villa, on the other hand, will be buoyed by Jack Grealish's England performances. Tremendous player. You know, whether you like him or hate him, you've got to admit that that guy is a talent. Whether you think he goes down too easy or he wins free kicks too easy, whatever, he's still a fantastic footballer. And I think Villa have got a big hope with him and Barkley in the middle, Watkins up front. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Aston Villa in this game. We move to the 5:30 kickoff, which sees probably the biggest game of the weekend, Tottenham versus Manchester City. Now, in my previous videos, I've always said that Manchester City, there just seems to be something missing there this season. And I'm not going to sort of sway on that. I think they are starting to find their feet a little bit. But Tottenham, on the other hand, are absolutely flying. Mourinho is getting that team going. It's took a bit of a while, but they do look very, very strong. Certainly the front three would get into any team. Son, Kane, Bale, you've got goals there straight away. And I think those three will be able to get round Man City's, shall we say, fragile defence, because I don't think that they're at 100% in defence. I think that's their weak link. Going forward, fine. They've got some tremendous players moving forward. I'm not sure whether Sterling's going to be fit, but they've got Aguero, they've got Jesus, they've got goals in them. However, so have Tottenham. And Tottenham really showed up at the back. Tottenham look the strongest side for me. So I am actually going to go with a 2-1 win for Spurs. I'm sorry, Man City fans. I have to be honest. You know, it's just the way I think the sides are playing at the moment. Tottenham look the better outfit. So 2-1 to Spurs at the new White Hart Lane. The final game on Saturday sees Manchester United taking on West Brom and Albion. Now, West Brom are in serious trouble this season. They have not clicked into gear. They've got the odd point here and there, but they're not performing at all where Slaven Bilic needs them to be. Man United, up and down this season, aren't they? They really are. Solskjaer, last time out, they won at Everton, saved his job, possibly, who knows. Do I think Solskjaer is the right man moving forward for Manchester United? I don't think he is. I think they need a big name in there, but he got them playing against Everton. They look good. Cavani gets his first goal. I think he might actually start on Saturday. They need goals, and he is a goal machine. So I think he'll start. West Brom, I think it's going to be a struggle for them again. Yes, Man City's form has been up and down, but I just think West Brom's has just been down all season. They're going to struggle this year. They're going to be right back at the bottom again, fighting relegation with a few other teams. It'll be a very, very tight fight to the finish, but unfortunately for West Brom fans, I think you will lose 3-0 at Old Trafford on Saturday. Now, moving forward, we move on to Sunday's games and we see Fulham taking on Everton. Everton are in a bit of a slump. They've lost the last 3 Premier League games. However, Fulham, hit and miss again this season. They've got some talented players in there, but unfortunately, I don't think they've got what it takes to stay up this season. Fulham have been one of my favourites to go down, along with West Bromwich Albion, and I really haven't changed my opinion on that from what I've seen this season. I don't mean to sound disrespecting to Fulham at all. I think they're a great little club, but I think, the Premier League is just too strong for them this year. They've got some players in that team who can do jobs, but gelling as a team is completely different. On the other hand, you look at Everton and they've lost the last 3 games. Yes, they've had injuries, and hopefully for them, their injuries will be back. If James and Richarlison are back, then I think Everton will win the game. I think Fulham will put up a fight. Don't get me wrong, they've been putting up a fight all season. They just haven't been good enough. And I think the same will occur on Saturday at Craven Cottage. I'm going for a 2-1 Everton win. Everton to get back on track and keep the momentum going from what they've done this season so far. So 2-1 to Everton. We look at Sheffield United, West Ham United next. Sheffield United need a result. It's quite clear they need a result. They need something to happen for them. They just haven't managed to get it this season. A lot of people have said, have teams worked them out? That's a possibility. The way they play, the tactics and things like that. Have they worked out Chris Wilder? Is there a plan B for Sheffield United? We don't know. And that's where the problems are going to lie for Sheffield United. West Ham, on the other hand, fantastic this season, haven't they? They've really, really done well. And I think from the start of the season, when there was a lot of worry at that club, to where they are now, I think a lot of fans have been relieved and have actually been really happy with what they've seen from their club so far. Antonio firing, which is great for them, but can he keep it going? That is the question. I think this will be a close game, don't get me wrong. I think it'll be the 1 goal in it either way, but I think West Ham will sneak it, and I'm going 1-0 to West Ham United. The third game on Sunday sees Leeds United at home to Arsenal. Leeds need to bounce back from a couple of iffy results. Arsenal also need to bounce back from their trouncing against Aston Villa at the Emirates. I do believe Arsenal have got what it takes to win this game. Both play free-flowing football. Bielsa, the question is with him, has he got another tactic? We know he likes to get the ball down and attack, but sometimes against the bigger teams, maybe he just needs to just change the tactics a little bit. I don't know what you Leeds fans think of that, but it just seems that he's one way at the moment, and he's took a bit of criticism for that since the last game. So it'll be interesting to see. Arsenal, really need to score goals. That's been their problem at the moment. They just haven't hit the back of the net. Lacazette isn't performing as he should be. Aubameyang is doing all right, but they need a bit more up front. They really need to start firing. For this game, I'm actually going to go for a 2-2 draw at Elland Road. Last game on the Sunday sees another big game. Liverpool taking on Leicester City. Leicester top, Liverpool second or third, I think they are. This is a big game, but it's at Anfield. Liverpool will be strong favourites, obviously being at home going into this game. But Leicester, on the other hand, playing some fantastic football. I said a few weeks ago that they were a bit of an up and down team this season. They've drew the line in the sand as far as I'm concerned with that, because the last few results have been fantastic. They've got some excellent players in the team. But have they got enough to beat Liverpool at the moment? I'm not so sure. It all depends on who's actually going to turn out for Liverpool across the back 4. Because we know Trent Alexander-Arnold was injured on England duty. Robertson seems to be fit. He's played all of Scotland's games. In the middle, we're not sure who's going to be fit. So that may be a problem for Liverpool. Now, if they do have a problem like that at the back, certainly the likes of Vardy, etc., are going to capitalise on that. But you look at Liverpool's strike force. Jota is outstanding. What a signing he's been. Fantastic. You look at Salah, you look at Mane, the usual suspects really for Liverpool. I'm going 2-1 to Liverpool. And that's a big call because I really like Leicester City, and I think I'd love to see them up there again this season. But I think Liverpool will sneak it 2-1. Now, there's two games on Monday night, and the first one sees Burnley against Crystal Palace. This is one of those games that really doesn't excite me. I'm sorry if you're a Burnley or Palace fan, it'll probably excite you more than it does me for the neutral. Burnley haven't been anything to look at this season. We've mentioned a few times about the frustrations of Sean Dyche and how he must be feeling at the moment with his team just in free fall at the moment. Now they just can't string any results together. Crystal Palace, again, very, very much a yo-yo side this season. Brilliant one week, terrible the next. Which Crystal Palace side is going to turn up against Burnley? I think it'll be a close encounter again, but I think Burnley might just sneak a point in this. I'm going 1-1. And the final game of Matchday 9 sees Wolves at home to Southampton. This could be a very good game of football because we know Wolves like to play. Southampton are on fire at the moment. So, it's a real test of character. I'm not sure if Ings will be back yet for Southampton. I think he was out for about 4 weeks. So that's a blow to them. Wolves are now adjusting to life without Jota and are starting to put some performances in and playing some good football. So I think it'll be a free-flowing game. I think there'll be goals in this. But I think Wolves will sneak this one. I think Southampton, they've got the goals in them. They've got the performances in them. And certainly that showed against Newcastle. But let's face it, Newcastle weren't much against Southampton. I'm actually going to go for a 3-2 Wolves win. I think there'll be goals. I think it'll be close. I was going to go for a draw, but I think Wolves might sneak this 3-2. So there we have it. There's my predictions for Matchday 9. I'm sorry again if I've gone against one of your teams who you support. Do drop comments down below. Let me know what you think of my predictions and if you think some of the results should be different. I like to have a conversation with everybody down in the comments about various football news and things like that. But on the preview, I like to see what you think the results are going to be. And whether you're going to put a bet on this weekend, any accumulators going to see if anybody's going to win some money, etc. Certainly based on my predictions, you will win 0. But never mind, I do try. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for stopping by. Do hit the subscribe button if you like what you've seen. Hit the notification bell. That will notify you of every video that I do upload. And also, do like the video. I keep missing that out in when I do these videos. It means a lot to us, and it helps the channel a lot if you can hit the like button. And to all my existing subscribers, thank you very much for coming back again. Lots more videos on the way. There's lots of Premier League news to go through. There's football coming up. We've got some very exciting Christmas period. So lots more videos coming up on the channel. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. And wherever you're watching the Premier League this weekend, stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Be strong. Be strong.